In the last 18 months, if I got a penny every time somebody said that AI will replace some job, I would have become a millionaire. It's funny, but they're right. Artificial intelligence is going to revolutionize the way we work, no doubt. But how will that look like? Are we still going to need soccer coaches? Can the players and the coaches really use AI for their benefit? In addition to being a soccer player and soccer coach, I've also worked at the largest tech companies in the world as a software engineer for over a decade. This might make me unqualified to be called an expert in either soccer or technology, but I will still share my opinion about it. Let's start with the most important thing that the coaches and teachers do to create the right conditions for learning. We must help the students be as engaged as possible. For that, the student needs to be in the sweet spot of difficulty, neither too easy nor too hard. For example, if a player needs to hit an unopposed shot from 5 yards away, then it's too easy and boring. If the drill is about dribbling through all 11 players before scoring, then it's too hard and discouraging. Similarly, if a 15-year-old playing against 10-year-old, then the older student will find it too easy and the younger one too challenging. Both will be disengaged. AI has already started revolutionizing the education of subjects like math and chemistry. This is because when a student talks to a chatbot, the AI gets constant feedback about the proficiency of the student in the subject matter and adjusts the next information or task. So the AI agent completely controls the environment and can craft the exact task to keep the student in the sweet spot. There are some pioneers in VR that create games and immersive worlds that can help with this. The reflexes and the decision-making difficulty can be tuned to the level of the player. We're still a bit early, so the benefits are limited, but not absent in the soccer world. Teachers and coaches do the same process of adjusting the difficulty, but they do that manually. We need to detect the level of engagement of the player, identify the reason why there is misalignment, then handle appropriate actions to improve the level of engagement. The main issue with soccer and other sports against opponents is that the context keeps on changing and the level of control is low. The issue that a player faces one week can be completely different than the issue they face the following week. This game they're faster, next game they're slower than the opponent. This game they're weaker, and the next game they're stronger. The coach needs to guide the player to think for themselves on how to identify and benefit from this information, not just solve the issue for them. If the player already is proficient in all this, but just needs the information, that's fine. However, at youth levels, nearly all of the benefit comes from the fact that the players struggle through the process to build experience and character. The players need to watch other games and experience the games for themselves. There's no way to experience the frustration of playing against somebody better than you, physically, technically, and tactically, than just doing exactly that. I've experienced it, and because of that, I've spent countless hours trying to see how I can improve and what I can do to handle that better next time I play. A coach must help the player, but the player cannot skip the step of gaining the experience through struggling. But coaches need to do other things too. When you see a player not trying their best, you need to understand why. Maybe they had a tough day at school or something is happening at home. With a team of 15 to 20 kids on a team, at least one kid had something like this each week. AI is nowhere near to determining that, let alone addressing it. And coaches, as humans, are much more effective in getting the emotional response. Players at that age need a role model and a person who they know cares for them. Sometimes I feel like I've said all the wrong things to a player, but the player feels I care deeply about them. Oftentimes it helps way more than just saying the words that are not genuine, even if they're correct. I hope that it's clear by now that AI can already do some things well, some things not yet, and some things will never be done well by AI. I will talk more about the data gathering and even data analysis that AI can do well and how a coach can use that. However, I want to emphasize that the human connection and the relationship that the coach can create will never be replaced by AI, ever. After all, I created many videos using AI voice while typing every word myself. I received feedback repeatedly that I should just do the voice myself because that's what people want to hear. The human connection, as imperfect as it might be, and it is still invaluable in the world today. Now let's stop bashing on AI and share why it's good. The superiority of AI is gathering huge amount of data and processing it much faster and cheaper than humans. It can track data about all the players and the team. It can synthesize it and share the relevant information. For example, little Johnny used to run much more, but not these last two games. It might be because Johnny was sick or injured and still hasn't come back to like 100% readiness. Or it might be because the coach has asked him to play in a different position than usual. Or it might be because Johnny got his heart broken. The chances of Johnny tell the reason to an AI bot is close to zero, but not to the coach. So the coach gets the information from the AI, then does some real coaching, in this case, life coaching. AI can also track things like heart rate and show a player that they're just trying less than before. Or maybe that the player has been using only their dominant foot and that they have always struggled when the opponent attacks them on the other foot. Or maybe the opponent suffers from crosses or through balls. All of these statistics about our team and the opponent team can now be derived using AI. Of course, this doesn't automatically improve what the players have learned. AI can help with coming up with individualized training plans for the players and the team based on this data. It can even share certain feedback only to the players without the interference or knowledge of the coach. Then what's the problem? Going back to the main goal of coach, getting the players in the sweet spot of challenge. There are players that are just motivated to do their best every time and really just want the information. They're emotionally driven and extremely ambitious to their craft. They're one in a million. Coaches often say that they are the true blessings to coach and want all the players to be like that. However, that's like saying that you're a problem solver as long as there are no issues. I mean, if you want to be a coach where the players will be robots, then you should be replaced by AI. Soccer coaches will not be replaced by AI. It will separate great coaches from average ones, the ones who don't care about their players, the ones who are scrolling on their phones during practice, the ones who keep talking about themselves for pep talks. The coaches that will be miles ahead are the ones who will use AI to gather data and insight so that they can coach more effectively. Think of it like a GPS for your coaching journey. You're still driving the car, but now with better information and fewer wrong turns. The future of coaching isn't human or AI. It's human coaching powered by AI. The real edge is coaches who understand people and use technology to serve them better. Thank you for watching.